Still stiffly, but the simple things, right? A cup of tea, just about to have Veggie on toast while I unpack. What did I waste my time taking? What did I not wear? What was an absolute hit taking with me on this trip to Bali? I went away for a month. I'm a little bit ruined. The trip home, poor first world problems. I mean, really, come on. I had a fabulous time, right? Let's face it, I had a fabulous time. But I flew home at midnight last night. It's only a 5-hour flight. I probably didn't sleep. My neck's sore, everything hurts just because I was probably like this, sleeping. But I don't think I slept. But anyway, that's all right. I just had an hour of sleep. I really need to unpack, wash the clothes, so that way it's done, right? So I thought I'd take the opportunity to say I'm home. Well, I think you gotta get home. But like tell you, like, I mean, that's what I took with me. It's a backpack, right? My friend Jazz, she normally travels if she's going like, not too far afield, she takes a little like a day pack. She would never take this much stuff. But I'm a horrible packer. And I always end up having to take too much stuff, and that means I have to carry it. But anyway, let's make some breakfast or lunch. Got a bit of toast. Let me just put you up there. There you go. That'll do for now. I'm gonna have some toast with Vegemite on it. I love Vegemite on toast. Such a delicacy. So toasted. Oh, help if it's spotted in dog. That would help. All right. All right. Now, I don't know why, but we have white bread. We don't. I don't normally drink white bread. Eat white bread. So here we are. We've got white. It's fresh though from the bakery, so that's a good thing, I guess. My normal thing is multigrain. I love multigrain bread. All right. Well, that's started to move. Let's start. Always take your tag off. All right. He's gone. Put in my rubbish. Rubbish. Oh, by the way, we're obviously back in the caravan, right? Because our house is still not ready. Cup of tea. Mm. All right. I have a tripod. I bought this is the five this sorry, it was $15. $15 from Bali. So you know what? Let's just use a tripod, guys, because it's a lot easier than holding the phone. Let's do that. Oh, there we go. Look, put you on the stick and hold you up like that. Yeah. All right. Let's pick this backpack up. Oh, man, she weighs about 15 kilos. Yeah. You're like, what the hell did you take with you? I don't know. But we're gonna unpack together. Now I need a key to unlock the bottom thing. Hopefully I have my key. Oh yes, I do. No, I don't. Where did I put my key? I found my passport though. That's always a good thing. Don't need the tag on the back. Okay, it's official. I don't know what I've done with my keys. That's never a good thing. What do I do with it? Okay. Well, I have a spare key. That's always a good thing. Okay, hold on. Let's see if this toast is done. A little bit more, Dora. A little bit more. I'll tell you, I need sleep. And we have Rusty. Hey, Rusty, how you going? What? What's gas prices? Oh, when I drove in, $2.17 for unleaded. Apparently, diesel is like over $3. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah, so not great. How much is it for where you are? Where are you, Rusty? I can't remember. So we're doing unpacking. I don't know if you can. All right. Unpacking while I have some lunch, which is Vegemite on toast. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, oh, show us. All right. We need we need a knife. We're having Vegemite on toast. There is nothing like for an Australian who loves Vegemite to come home and have Vegemite on toast. I tell you, the simple things, right? The simple things. Got to have lots of butter on your toast. All right, butter on your toast. Let me take you down. Oh, what if we go down a little bit now? There we go. There you go. Oh, sit with me. Having a cup of tea. Oops. Oh, it's the travelling combs. How you going? Oh, hey Dora, great to see you. Hope you're doing great. Awesome. I've just come back from Bali this morning. I've just had an hour's sleep and I'm just about to give Vegemite on toast. Ever tried Vegemite, guys? Rusty's got it's almost, oh yeah, that's right, you're from the US, Rusty. $4 a gallon. I'm not sure what how that changes because we do liters here in Australia, but I got in this morning. I drove past it. I use unleaded in my car. For 1 liter, it is $2.17. So putting Vegemite on our the new one, huh? Hasn't been opened. So you got to take this thing off. Oh, look at that, guys. No wastage, guys. Use the top of that. There's nothing like Vegemite on freshly buttered toast that's warm. This is like an Australian institution, right? One for you, one for me. So I'm just going to unpack my bag and tell you guys what I wasted my time bringing and what was amazing to bring on my trip to Bali. Doesn't matter how many times I travel, I don't seem to be very good at packing ever. I don't know why. Oh, you've never heard of Vegemite? Oh my god. Vegemite is amazing. I think it's made out of yeast. Something we make beer out of, I think. Oh, okay, Brendan and Ash. Wow. Yeah, when you come to Australia, you got to try Vegemite. Mmm, so good. So good. Cup of tea, Vegemite on toast. This Australian is very happy. So, had a month away. Um, as I said, doesn't matter how many times I pack, I always overpack. Always takes way too much stuff than I ever need. But end of the day, I carry a backpack, so that means I have to carry it. Like I know a lot of people take suitcases, so you just wheel it around. But I like the flexibility of carrying stuff on your back because, especially in Bali, the streets are not even. So like dragging a suitcase over the street is not easy. It's not ideal. And like I just came back from an island called, hey Miss M, how you going? I just came back from an island called Gili T, and they don't have your traditional streets. They've got sandy kind of roads. So watching people drag suitcases down the sandy roads was quite humorous actually. And then because there's no cars, they had to drag them down the road. So having a backpack is it serves a purpose, right? And if you take too much stuff, you end up having to carry it on your back and it's very heavy. Not that I was doing that much tripping around this time. I was very mindful this trip that, you know, leading up to this trip, it's been quite chaotic. We're renovating a house, we're living in a caravan, we had the chicken problem, the issue with the chicken getting sick. There was a lot of going on, right? So I was mindful that my normal personality when I travel is like, hey, local reviewer, hey Clayton, how you going? Is to go from one place to another place to another place, right? That's my personality traveling. I love to move around. So with a backpack, it makes it a lot easier to do that. Sorry guys, this face here, we're eating Vegemite, guys. Vegemite on toast with a cup of tea. Nothing says welcome home like that. Mm. So we're back from Bali, guys. We just got home this morning. I've got my backpack here with me, behind me. I'm about to go through my backpack and work out what was a really good hit to take with me on holidays. What was a bad hit? What did I not wear? Mm. So Bali to Brisbane is about a 5.5 hour flight. Hey, Hippo, how you going? We can agree with that, Hippo. Hippo's from my friend from Northern Ireland, or Ireland, the north bit of Ireland. Vegemite is better than Marmite. I don't like Marmite. Vegemite rocks the world, man. I love this stuff. We can be friends. We can be friends, Hippo. Mm, honestly, guys, I know I've just gone from Bali eating this amazing, you know, amazing food, and then I'm eating toast. But simple things in life, right? You can't always be traveling. But anyway, let me go back. I'll go backwards, guys. 5.5 hour flight. I flew from Brisbane to Maroochydore. Sorry, not Maroochydore. Makula, Sunshine Coast. I normally fly into Brisbane. It's only half an hour away from where I live. But the flights happen to be cheaper going to Makula, which is about an hour away from where I live. Now, ordinarily that's fine, but the price of fuel has gone through the roof, right? We all know that. Let me just eat a bit more. I'm starving, guys. Nothing says welcome home than Vegemite, mate. I know, I still have stuffy. That's because I haven't had enough sleep. So Yeah, so I flew back to Mooloolaba. I'm sorry, Mooloolaba. Makula, which is an hour away from where I live. I was actually going to have to catch public transport home. I would still be coming home, guys. It's not easy to get home from where I live from that area. I don't know what I was thinking. Sometimes when you book flights, it might be a cheaper flight, but to get home is longer. So it's kind of it's not cost effective, right? So I won't do that again, just saying. But thankfully, my partner Diego he picked me up. Guys, can you hear me? My alarm just went off. Just give me a second. Let me turn the phone. Let me turn the alarm off. That was to tell me to wake up. Okay, sorry. I had to turn the alarm off, guys. I had to go let me go backwards. Yeah, so it's not cost effective. Thankfully, Diego picked me up. It's an hour drive back to my house. We're staying in a caravan at the moment. That's what we're staying in because we're renovating our house, okay? So we've got another week away from then we can move back to our house. We're staying in my friend's backyard. We've been here for about 3 months in this caravan. So I left at midnight, and by the time I got on the plane last night, I was so tired. I know, poor first world problems. I know. So I didn't really sleep very well. I flew with Jetstar. Jetstar is not like a big international flight. It's only like a small plane. So through the day, it's not bad. When you're awake, it's okay, right? But when you're sleeping like this, it's not comfortable, right? So I didn't sleep much, so I'm tired. So that's why I sound even worse, Hippo. I just had an hour and a half sleep just to put myself into a better headspace because I was just feeling like really shit when I got home. Because I've got things to do, so I need to. If I sleep all day, I won't sleep tonight, right? So this is not jet lag either. This is just me because I didn't sleep last night. Mm. It's got sesame seeds on the what do you call it? The crust. It's really good. Mm. So tasty, guys. So that's why I feel like shit. But we need to wash our clothes. We need to unpack. That's the first thing you should do when you come home from a holiday is unpack your crap because otherwise it just like it sits around. It's not good. Mm. I can't tell you how much this is hitting the spot of every direction. Mm. Mm. Got little sesame seeds on that side too. You know what we're gonna do? No wastage, guys. Mm. Vegemite's got salt in it too. I don't know. Sometimes maybe I'm craving a bit of salt. Who knows? Anyway, Vegemite. Amazing. Okay. Let's just clean up this table a little bit. When you live in such a confined space, I'll show you my caravan in a second. It's not my caravan. It's my sister's caravan. It's only very small. It's actually called a camper trailer because it's half camper, half tent. All right, let's do this. let me spin around and show you the size of it. It's only very small. Hold on, let me just turn you around. So that is all my crap on one side of the bed. So that's like a double, oh, it's a double bed there, I guess. Maybe, no, it's a single. You have a dinette here. So you can sit 4 people. A salud, little to sit. And then you have another double bed. You got a double bed on that side. You have a sink. You have a cooker, cupboards, but that's it. It's only very small. Yeah, it's actually not a bad setup, right? So, another thing when you come back from your holiday is look after yourself, right? I have this whole set routine in my life. And you guys, I'm not selling anything, guys, but I'm just like, I cannot wait to get back to my vitamins. So I didn't bring my vitamins on my holidays with me because a month worth of vitamins is a lot to take with you. So I have them all breakfast, lunch, dinner. So I'm having my after lunch vitamins. And you know what I do? This is one of the things I do. And I'm a lot, guys. It's okay. This is what I am. Water that is not from a bottle. Ugh. Okay. I throw vitamins. Hey, Lauren, how you going? I know I'm home. You just missed it. I had Vegemite on toast. Vegemite on toast. So good. And a cup of tea. Now having my vitamins. Ready? Oh, shit. Where'd that go? Oh, yeah, here we are. Whoops. Ah! There you go. There you go. Mm. So, guys, Lavender is our friend from Australia. She's 16 years old and she's just gone and done her first student exchange. She's in France. So she's in France. She's just gone on it like 2 days ago. She's got here, hey Dora, the family I'm staying with, hey, that daughter watched your channel too, but she doesn't comment on your videos or lives. Oh well, welcome in. Thank you. It's Lavender's sister, her new sister. So I'm just back and I'm just throwing my vitamins because I just do. Oh, it just vibrated off my tooth. Ah, crap. Okay. Let's just do this, Dora. Just put them in your mouth. Mm. Oh, so a cup of tea, Vegemite. I had my vitamins, my lunchtime vitamins. We're good. All right, guys, we are taking my cup of tea and we are going to unpack this mess. I don't know if you can see that mess. This is the mess. I want to explain what was essential for my trip and what was not essential for my trip. Okay. This might help you on one of your holidays. Okay. To be honest, I don't know. It might not because I've done lots of holidays and it still doesn't work for me either. I guess the moral of my story is I don't listen to my own advice. Sorry, let me just lift this up so that I don't. I've got you on a selfie stick, so I don't have to. And then we'll go like that. There you go. You can see now. All right. Toiletries. We'll go through that later. Okay, hat. This was amazing. This is my hiking hat. I can't recommend this enough. It is, what brand is it? Vigilante. Amazing hat. It used to have some string on here so that you could hold it onto your head. So like when you're hiking and it's windy, it stays on your head. I broke that. But still, it works. This is amazing. Especially in Bali because it's hot as hell. Amazing. Have a good hat. And the good thing about this is it's like easy to scrunch up because if you get a straw hat, they're big. So that is a must for me. A hat. I need to wash that, guys. So that's going to go in the washing basket. That's outside. Oh, bra. Well, you need those. Oh, togs. One pair of togs, always important. Togs got used a lot. Okay. These shorts. They are like cheesecloth. They've got pockets. I love clothes that have pockets when you travel. Just making sure there's no money in them. Shorts were amazing. Guess it depends on where you're going too, right? Like, obviously, Bali's hot. Indonesia's hot. Those shorts right now in Europe, in Scandinavia, probably wouldn't be good because it'd be cold up there, right? Lavender's got here. Jazzy said, thank you. Love your video, Lavender. I'm going, my Aussie friend can watch Dora, watch her too. I love your earrings. Yeah, they're nice earrings, aren't they? They were a good hit. Lightweight, not expensive. If you lost them, it doesn't matter. Always, it's nice to have earrings. This is just a lightweight t-shirt. Easy to wash. I didn't pay for any laundry while I was on holidays. I just basically hand washed it and hung it up on the balcony. And it's because it's light. And again, depends on where you're going on holidays. I can get away with that in Indonesia, okay? But yeah, that needs to be washed. Can I show you? Okay. I don't normally buy souvenirs, guys. Nicholas! How are you? I'm home, I know. How was the flight? Let's just say I've had a nap already because I'm tired. I didn't have a sleep. So, guys, I seem to be. When I went to Sydney on my last trip, I bought a really nice dress. I don't know what is going on, Dora. I don't know what's going on, right? You're going to see a video in the next couple of days, or maybe next week or something. It's not your normal video from Dora. You normally see Dora in her adventure clothes, right? Or she's in like these. I have the clothes that I kind of just wear all the time, whether I'm working or traveling. I have certain clothes, right? I don't normally wear dresses. Okay. So let me set this up. Yesterday, I took the tripod that I've got you standing on right now that I bought especially for painting, and we went and put on our dress and stood in archways and took photos. Like the Instagram stories where the girls wear the pretty dresses? I thought I would try something completely different. That is not normally me, right? I don't normally stand there in a pretty dress and go, I'm more awkward, right? That's not me. I'm normally, jumping, walking on a beach. I'm not a poser. So I did that one completely different. Hey, it's my friend Kathleen. So Sassy Art is my friend Kathleen from Sichuan in Canada. I'm home, mate. I'm home. Check out this dress I got. So let me go back. Let's you go back. You guys know I love blue. It might not look like much. You've got to pull a string in, but it's a really pretty little dress. Do you like the pattern? So anyway, I got myself a dress. I will hand wash that. I won't wash that with all my smelly clothes from Bali. It's got a price tag on it, so I'll take that off. All right. Do we like the dress? Love that. I knew you'd like it. It's nice colours, hey? It's my colours. It appears it looks like very big, but you've got to, when you put it on, you pull the string and you pull it in at the waist. It's really pretty. Really pretty. I like it. All right. Give me a second. I still need to put my hair up. It's hot. It's actually quite warm in Australia. Obviously not as hot as Bali, but it's still warm. And I'm in a camper van, right? So it's hot. Oh, God. Oh, oh, okay. That feels better. That feels better. I've got a fan going. All right, let's continue on. The unpacking of the bag. What was a waste of time taking? What was good taking? All right. So, Kino pencil. If you're in Australia, you know exactly what this is. It's a pencil that you get for free at a pub. Ever know the name Keno? It's a game. It's like a gambling game at the pub. These are amazing if you like painting and drawing, right? So this is a must on my travels. This was always in my backpack. So my paints, sorry, not my paints. My paints, watercolors. It's not very expensive. I think it's like $8. I think these water pens are more expensive. They're probably $10. It's amazing. And then I put it in a little sandwich bag. I have a pen in there. I have a pencil. And then I have my little A5. My last painting, guys. Actually, Nicholas, I think you were there. My last painting, guys, was by the pool. I'll show you my painting by the pool yesterday because I think the phone overheated. I'll show you. So these are statues with water coming through them. This is the pool. Nicholas, do you remember being there? Yeah, that was cool. So we did a lot of paintings. That was my second last painting at a bar from the islands. That was probably my best picture that I painted from the hotel I stayed at. Anyway, I'm not going to go through all of that. But that is a must. Like when I went to Sydney, I took that with me. I took that in my backpack. And, when I went walking around Sydney, I'd pull it out and, paint. That is a hit. I've come back with some postcards, guys. So, I love doing postcard giveaways. So stay tuned for that. We went swimming with the manta rays, guys. And we saw the famous Komodo dragon. Amazing. Amazing. So let me just put that back in there. I sent a couple of postcards from the island of Gillies. There's a story with that one later, but I'll tell you that later. Okay, keep going, Dora. Keep going. Moisturizer for the body, a must when you're in hot weather. I got a little bit sunburnt yesterday, guys. So this stuff is amazing. I'm not selling it, but if you're interested in it, I'm in a wellness club. That's where I get my vitamins from. But this stuff's amazing. Oh, especially when I got sunburnt yesterday. Always need to take that thing. All right. This is another thing that I always take with me. Well, not always, because I only bought it like probably about 3 trips ago. Okay. I'm washing dishes while I listen. Okay, cool. I remember it at the hotel, yes. Now, guys, it's only very small, but I have the backpack, right? And then I also have this thing. This is like my hiking backpack or like a day pack. But I actually didn't use this at all on my trip. So you could say that maybe I didn't need to take this with me, but you've got to take something on the plane with you, right? I don't take a handbag. So this is like the in-between. So what I did when I was flying over, I had my backpack. I had this in my backpack. I pulled this out at the airport. Show you, it's really good, this little thing. I want to get another one of these because I've already broken it. Comes out. And this is what I was using around Bali. It's very light. It's got straps. It's got side pockets for your drink bottles. That we had it in goes in there. There's a front pocket. It's very easy. Now, it's also not great because it's thin and I already broke it. But can I just say, I took this to Europe with me. I used my day pack when I went walking around through the days because this is a much better backpack because if it rains, especially in Europe, it rains, right? So this has got a waterproof pouch down the bottom here. It comes out and it can carry more stuff and it's more sturdy, right? It's not going to break like this. So I probably was carrying a bit too much stuff around Bali with me. But, I carried my paints, my water bottle, my sarong. I always carried my togs with me because you never know. I might go somewhere and want to go for a swim. So that's why it broke. But I'm going to buy another one of these because this is just great because if you're traveling and you need another bag, it's always good. Like I said, you have your backpack that's chucked in the top of the airline, what do you call it? The plane. And then when you put it under your chair, this is like just good to get like your earphones, your passport, some snacks, because this won't fit under the floor. So anyway, that's how I use it, guys. I rate this. I'm definitely going to get another one. Where did I get it from? I actually don't know where I got it from. It doesn't have a brand on it. But I just like the fact that you can shove it back into here. Watch this. These are great little travel things because they're space conscious, right? They're not carrying, like you're not carrying a big backpack with you, another big one. So handy, right? So handy. Yeah, so I rate that. It might not work for you, but it works for me. So I'm putting that on the floor. That's going to go in my travel box. Sarong. Okay, depends on where you're going on holidays, right? But can I just say, sarongs are so good. Even when I went to Europe, I took this with me, right? Because, for example, on the plane, this dummy forgot to bring something like a jumper, but I didn't need a jumper in Bali. It's too hot in Bali. So I had like a short sleeved, I'll show you later. I had a short sleeved kind of cardigan. I never wore it on the whole trip. It was a waste of time taking it. The only time I wore it was on the plane here and the plane home. And then my legs were cold. So you wrap, that around your legs or your shoulders or something like that. It's just handy. Or I used this in Bali when I was walking around when it was really hot. I had a hat on my head. Where's my hat? Oh, my hat's getting washed. And I would walk around like this so I wouldn't get sun on my shoulders. So sarongs are so good. Another advantage of sarongs when you go into an Asian country is, when you go to temples, you can't have your legs showing, your knees. So sometimes I was wearing shorts. So quickly shove that around your stomach, your throat, and there you have a sarong. So you can walk into a temple. Obviously, you've got to have your arms covered. So or if you know, on a bus and it's a bit cold, just helps. Or it can be a scarf. I love sarongs. I always take a sarong with me on all my trips now, even to Europe, because it's just so easy like that, right? Sarong must. Yeah, Lauren, honestly, sarongs are amazing. I'm going to hand wash that. So I'm going to put that on the floor. Hand wash pile. Okay. Never wore it once. Didn't need to bring it, Dora. Didn't need to bring it. All these little items weigh things. Didn't need that. Why didn't I wear it? I love this hat. Love it. But when you're walking around, you're going to get totally sunburnt. That's why I wear the other hat, because it's a full brim, so you don't get hammered. But you do you, right? I just personally get lots of freckles. So, and plus, you got to think about, those sunspots, those age lines. So, yeah, waste of time. Never, ever wore it. That is a waterproof sack. So you chuck your things in there. Waterproof. Depends on where you're going. I was going on a beach holiday, so that is sometimes worth it. Did I really need it? Probably not. But like when I went to, like, for example, on day trips, I went on this fabulous tour. I went to 8 different locations in one day. I got picked up at 6 a.m. in the morning and I got dropped home at 8 p.m. at night. It was like over 12 hours. It was ridiculous. But it was amazing. This is on the island of Flores in Indonesia. So basically, it was a beach day. I had my makeshift little backpack. I chucked this in there. So, like, for example, things like my GoPro battery, backup battery, memory cards went in here. I closed them up and then I did it up and then I put it in my backpack, because when you're on day trips, like when you're snorkeling trips, those backpacks get wet. So if you have something inside your backpack or your bag that's waterproof, that way at least you don't get it wet, or your wallet or something like that. It's helpful, right? So I like these things. I have a little one too somewhere. I don't know. I brought it with me. I never used it, but these are really good. They can come in 3 different sizes. One of my good girlfriends, Barb, bought this for me. So I have 3 different sizes, but that's a good size. That's the biggest. You can get bigger ones. I've got a bigger one. That's like a big one that, like, if you went kayaking, you can take with you. That was too big for this trip. But that was good, because like I said, my backpack was only very little, and that way you protect things that are valuable, right? That you don't want to get wet. True story. I have always had a backpack, like a day pack kind of one, like this. I was traveling around. I was in Europe. I was in Greece. We're talking like 25 years ago. I was on the island of Santorini. Santorini is that famous place where you watch the sunset. I think it's called Thea. No, Oa. Where you see the amazing whitewash buildings and the blue domes, and the sunset's like amazing, right? Guess what friggin' Dora did? I had my bottle of water in my backpack with my camera. Guess what happened? Bottle of water broke, camera ruined. So, don't put your bottle of water in your backpack. But where am I going with this? I don't know where I was going with that. Where was I going with that? Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, like, if you have, like, things like importance, like your phone, like these days it's a different story, guys. Like, I didn't take a camera with me on this trip at all. I used my phone and my GoPro, right? But like your phone's not, and they might be like shower proof, but they're not waterproof. So like if you have it in your backpack with your bottle of water, that's why I carry these things, because it just helps keep things dry if something happens. Or if it rains, that's the other thing. Like these backpackers, they might have a shower-proof thing on the top of it. If you get completely drenched, inside your stuff gets drenched anyway. So sometimes these are really good value. If I was going to Europe, I wouldn't take this, but for a beach holiday, tick. That goes on the pile to go back into my travel bits. This was an epic fail, guys. This was an impulse buy when I went to the camping shop to buy my backpack. Let me show you it. I can't even open it. It's called a folding bucket. I only use this at the beach, guys, when I go walking in the mornings. You know how I like to pick up rubbish on the beach? So what happens is I had one, but I broke it because I filled it up with too much rubbish. This is it's from a camping shop. The brand is Sea the Summit. They're a really good brand. I'll talk a bit more about them later, but this is a bucket. You can pick up, shells or something like that. So I was thinking that, I don't know what I was thinking, guys. I don't know. Sometimes when I pack, I don't think. So this I didn't need to take on my trip. But this was a good buy. Not for the trip to Bali. But I will take that for my walk when I go walking in the morning, picking up rubbish or picking up shells, picking up sea glass, and then it just goes back into, I don't know if it goes back in there. We'll see. I don't know if it really goes back in there. Okay, let's just chuck that on the ground. That's travel stuff. All right. That goes with the GoPro. I broke it. That was not good, Dora. I broke it. But I did fix it. I shoved the GoPro back on there and I used... I'll tell you about that later. Let me just put that there. I need to find the keys to unlock the bottom of it. Oh, I know where I put the keys. Nope, didn't put the keys there. Crap. Oh, underwear. You always need to pack underwear. Whoops. Okay, did I need to take a handbag, guys? Hey, Susan! Hello, how you going? We're talking in my live today about what we shouldn't have taken, what we should have taken. What was good, what was bad. This hat was a waste of time. I never wore it. Don't know why I brought two hats with me. This is great for like, I don't know. I don't even wear this to the beach anymore because you still get sunburn. Anyway, did I need a handbag? Yes, because there was a couple of times I went to the beach at sunset and all I did was take this. I just had my battery pack in there, my money, and it was just easy to walk, right? Did I take this to Europe with me? I think I did, and I wasted my time. I never wore it because in Europe's a little bit different, right? I always had a backpack with me because like I had it was sometimes it might rain, so I had a raincoat with me, different things with me. But some depends on where you are. Do you need that? So I would say that I didn't need it, but I took it anyway. Do I need it? Don't know. What's in here? Oh, another Kino pencil, lipstick. I took lots of with me hydrolytes with me. Actually, I'm going to take a hydrolyte. I need a hydrolyte actually. Give me a second, guys. Let me find... So hydrolytes are really good. I think I had a few of them on holiday, but I took lots of with me. But hydrolytes are really good when you're not feeling wonderful, dehydrated. I think I am dehydrated. I didn't drink a lot of water on the plane. So nice to be not drinking bottled water, guys, just saying. Shake, rattle, and roll. Shake, rattle, and roll. Yep. All right, come back with me. Let's finish this packing up, guys. We need to get our clothes washed and get going. I want to go to the house, and I haven't been to the house yet, guys. I'm so excited to see the house and what's going on in the house. Oh, how was your live, Susan? Hey, Evie, how you going? Evie, I'm home, and I am talking about what was a waste of time taking to Bali with me and what was really good taking with Bali with me. Okay. Now, you guys know that Dora is like a Girl Scout. I don't know, have you Girl Scouts in your own country? Like a, I don't know. Like, I don't, what, like, okay. I am Dora the Explorer, right? I come prepared. That's the whole idea of Dora the Explorer. She's always wearing a backpack. I'm always got a backpack on. I'm always prepared, right? Some people might say that I'm over prepared, like you're preparing for like everything. But I feel like if you're a little bit more prepared, you can handle the situation, right? So Dora has come back with lots of food. Go figure. These are chili biltong. I don't know if you're familiar with these guys. It's not the brand you'd probably have in your country, but biltong, South African dried meat, chili flavour. 40% protein, Australian made here in Australia. These are really good if you didn't eat anything, like just in between stuff. Why did I take them on holidays with me? Oh, crap, I don't know. I'm going to put that in the pile that I probably didn't need to take with me. But I brought them back with me. Okay, but that's tall. I'll talk about toiletries later. Okay? I took a book with me. It's called Fuck It, The Ultimate Spiritual Way. I read one page. The pile I didn't need to bring. But depends on your holiday, right? Maybe Dora probably should have had a little bit more downtime, doing less lives, reading a book. That might be really helpful, Dora. Okay, I've come back with a stubby cooler from Ajmer. Let me show you what this says. Ajmer Beach Bar in Bali. Grilled seafood. I got this at a bar. I didn't pay for it. I didn't bring it with me. It just came home with me. All right. That's all right. So it's always good to have a stubby cooler. We actually don't have a stubby cooler in here anyway. So, but we have an Australian stubby cooler. I was supposed to give this to Michael last night, guys. So, you know Michael's beach bar that I went to every afternoon? I took this in my backpack to give him last night. When I was walking back to the hotel, I went, crap, I forgot to give it to him. So it's come home with me. So we now have two stubby coolers. Was that a waste of time? No, because I bought it purposely to give to someone. If I made a friend. Okay, guys, do you think taking an umbrella is a good thing or a bad thing on a holiday? What do you reckon? The live was good. Baking in the wood stove was a great live, and I ate so many samples. You were making coconut and honey. They sounded really nice. That's a nice combination. I will watch that later on and know a little bit more about that recipe. It sounded really nice, Susan. The fact that you ate half of them means that were probably really good. You would have liked the biscuit. I know I would like the biscuits. Oh, talking about Nicholas. They were so yummy. I wish you could have tried them. Yeah, Susan. Can't you send me some? Evie's got good. Susan's got bad. Oh, okay. About this. I'm talking about the biscuits still. Okay. Anyone else? I think it comes in handy, especially if it's a small one. So it is a small one. It's the size of my femur. Oh, is it femur down here? Size of my arm. My head. I always travel with many shoes. Okay, Nicholas. All right. So, good or bad? Maybe I can send you some. Yes, you can send me some biscuits. Okay. I used it once. Now, it also depends on where you're going, right? Did I take one to Europe with me? No. Did I regret taking one to Europe, not taking one to Europe? Yes. When I came back from Europe last year, I went to Europe in May last year, and I regret not having an umbrella. Did I survive without it? Yes, I did. So, no, I still survived. I wasted my time in Bali because the reason why I took it was I started in March. March is the end of the rainy season in Bali. So rain can just come like that. So then you just have to sit out, like, basically, and wait for it to stop raining. If you have an umbrella, you can still walk. I like walking in the rain with an umbrella. So I took it with me. I was carrying it in my backpack. And after a couple of days, I used it maybe once. I didn't take it any longer. So I'm going to say no. And you know what? You can buy one. You can buy one. They're not very expensive. I don't use them. Also, okay, so Kathleen, so guys, Sassy Art, if you don't know, is Kathleen's art channel. Sassy Art, so Kathleen's Place. You all are familiar with Kathleen's Place. Evie's got here, I bring one pair of walking shoes and flip-flops. Yes. We'll get to shoes soon. Okay. I always take a little case like this to put, like, things that, like, your GoPro video, like your GoPro stuff, like little things that are important, like leads. My memory cards go in here. Apparently, I took with me a microphone. I never used it. My souvenirs that I got, little turtle bracelets. Yeah, but I always like to take one of these because, like, memory cards, really important to have memory cards that you don't lose. And you can zip it up, nothing falls out. Because memory cards, when you're traveling, if you're a YouTuber like me, like most of us, right? Especially like for me, like does adventure stuff, you have a lot of footage. You do not want to lose your memory cards. Memory cards are small. Let me show you the memory card. So I had it in my day pack. But normally it's kept. So this one shoves into my bottom of my phone. It uses one of these little things. And that is what comes out of my GoPro. So that is so easy to lose. You put it in there. That is so easy to lose. So by putting it in here, just makes it a little bit bigger, that if it fell on the ground, I would find it. True story. I was at my sister's house in Sydney and I was using my GoPro a lot. My trip last November, I used my GoPro a lot because I was doing a lot of lives and I hadn't really cottoned on that you could do lives and video at the same time. Not at the same time, but kind of at the same time. So I was using my GoPro while I did lives. So I had a few memory cards with me. I was sitting there putting the memory cards, this thing, into my sister's computer to download the footage and put it on a memory card, memory reader thing. This is what I use. These things shove into your phone. They're like they call them SSDs. They're like a hard drive, but they're faster. They're a little bit more expensive. Like your normal hard drives are like $50, $60. These, because they're fast capacity, and if you're using like video footage, they're faster. Like when you download video footage on a normal memory bank, they're like a little bit like slower. I mean, they're not that slow, but when you're traveling, you want things to work faster, right? So I just shove that in my phone. I download all stuff off my phone, and I can delete it off my phone. So I always carry two of those with me. So I have one that's a backup, and then sometimes I have a backup of my backup. The backup of my backup never does happen. But anyway, but I just have one because if one breaks, I have another one. Again, this might be memory. Is that a memory card? Yes. It's not. It's like a It's like a external storage system. So basically, that plugs into my phone, and I can download everything off it. What is the brand of the drive? Oh, okay. It's called Lexus. I have a few of them. Lexa. Hold on, I'll show you. Lexa. I'm gonna be honest, they're not cheap, guys. I think this cost me like $200. They're very fast. They're really, really handy. I cannot recommend these enough. If you are a content creator and you're traveling, these will save your ass because an external hard drive, like I don't travel with a laptop, guys. I just have my phone. I have a phone and a GoPro. Okay. I haven't figured out a good solution for the GoPro because the GoPro takes big footage. Like if you take a again, this is just the way I do things. Okay, guys, you will probably figure out a different way, a smarter way. If you video like a 3-minute video of chasing a turtle underwater, that's really a long thing to upload onto your phone. So basically with your phone, you can wirelessly go from your GoPro to your phone, but that's a big memory to sit on your phone. So it's best I just leave it on my phone, on my GoPro. So, but basically every day I download videos onto these. I have them in day 1, day 2, day 3. It's easy to look after. I might do a better video about that, guys, because I can't tell you how much I love these. I bought one when I went to my trip to Ibiza, and I tell you, it saved my ass because your memory, your phone, and your memory in your phone gets filled up so fast. It's good to have a good system, and I've found a good system. But anyway, that's a must for me. These memory card things, but having them into here so that you don't lose them. Like I said, that goes into here. That can go into there too. I just have filled up with things that I just bought on my way home. So that goes in there too. Just feel like it's safe, right? Because again, you don't want to lose your memories, right? If you lose this, you lose your trip. You probably say, well, Dora, you should probably have 2 separate ones, have you 2 separate sections to have the cards. Probably. Anyway, that for me is a must, guys. All right. Okay, sunscreen, must. Sunscreen, must. Okay. I've done lives on these before, guys. These are packing cubes. I love these. Absolutely love these. You can shove lots of stuff in here and they get big. And then you squash them down. Obviously, there's not a lot of clothes in here, guys. I did well with my clothes this time, guys. I didn't take a lot of clothes. But I'm still going to go through them and embarrass myself and say what was a waste of time and what wasn't. Mine is Crucial brand. Oh, okay. Evie, I put everything on my external hard drive. My one cost me about $200-ish. Yeah, external hard drives are not cheap. But is it an SSD? Okay, guys. I told you how there's going to be a video coming out, a very different video from Dora. You don't ever see Dora in dresses, guys. You never see her in a dress. But if you have a look at my last community post, I said I did something really different. I took the selfie stick that I've got here. It's got a selfie. It's got a remote, and I thought, crap, we could put our dress on and let's go be a little Instagram influencer and take little photos with our dress and go. So I did that. I thought, let's do something completely different that Dora never does. I don't ever wear dresses on trips. Dresses are just so waste of time for me. Like, they don't have pockets. But anyway, I wore this once to take photos. Waste of time, guys. Bra, you need a bra. Okay, these shorts, guys. I like these shorts originally. I wore them about twice. They got pockets. They're cheesecloth. But I only wore them twice. You know how sometimes when you travel, you seem to wear the same thing over and over? That's me. I seem to wear like 3 things over and over. That wasn't one of the 3 things I didn't wear. So let's go. Nope. Okay, my travel shorts. I wore these a lot. Yep, I wore them a lot. I need to wash those. So yeah, packing cubes. Depends on how you travel, but I love packing cubes. I have another packing cube, a little one. So see here, guys. If I'm really resourceful, I can squash that down and it will get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So you can fit, so basically you can take more crap with you, which is not always a good idea, guys. Just saying. Because it still weighs the same. You're still going to take it with you. All right. All right. These shorts. Successful. I like these shorts. They're lightweight. They got wet. They dried easy. Amazing. Raincoat. Never wore it. Never needed it. But I was going to go hiking. I was going to go hiking to a mountain called Mount Bruno. Oh, I don't know, something. It's a volcano. You leave at 2 a.m. in the morning. It's freezing cold. It could rain. That's why I would need the jumper, because those kind of things cost a lot of money. Like this rain jacket. It's Columbia brand. It's a really good brand. I wouldn't be able to buy that in Bali, guys, and I wouldn't buy it for one night. So I took it with me. Did I need it? No, but hiking pants, I didn't wear them. But if I went up that mountain, I would have wore them. Okay, this I love, guys. I love. This is called my nudie. So this is, you can wear it swimming, you can wear it at the beach, you can wear it to stop getting sunburnt. I wore it on the beach one time. I wore it swimming one time. I wore it. Okay, you know how I'm a bit sniffly. I was staying in a hotel. It's hot as hell. You need the aircon going, but you're cold in bed, but you need the aircon going. So I wore this over my night, like my dress that I wear to bed to keep warm. So that is a hit. I love this thing. I take this on my, like when I at the beach in my morning walks, I wear that. I love this thing. I need to wash that. Okay. We're getting somewhere, guys. We're getting somewhere. Have an amazing day. Hey, see you, Avery. See you, Kathleen. I would take the rain coat before the umbrella. Yes. Yeah. Because when I went to Europe last year, I used the raincoat heaps. Used it heaps. Because it also helps you being warm too. All right, we have one more. It's like a surprise. What else did I bring with me? Oh, look, another dress. I did wear this dress. I wore it a few times at the beach, especially on the island. I could just chuck on my, like, I put my, my togs were on. I just put the dress on and it was easy. Dress. Yeah, it's always good to take a dress. This is one I wear to bed. I like this. It is a beach dress. But this is where I wear my nightie. I like this. It's cool, as in like it's nice material. I need to wash that. Okay. So I told you that I didn't wash any of my clothes on holidays. I didn't go to a laundromat. I hand washed. I hand washed this and it got, I don't know what happened, but it became really, really big. It never used to be this big. I don't know what it did. I did do this. You know, when you dry things like that, wring them out, I think that screwed it. That's pretty much a throwaway job. Yeah, waste of time. T-shirt. I wore that a few times. Did I need to take it? Probably not. This is like my uniform. I love this top. I love this top. Yeah, I'm always going to take those. I love this color. If it's windy, the coat's the best. Exactly. Whereas the rain umbrella, the day that I used it in Bali, it was so windy, the umbrella nearly like went backwards. So it was kind of like a waste of time. I love these kind of shirts. They're easy to dry. You can hand wash them. I love the color. This was, I thought this might be overkill, guys. This was really, really handy. Again, it depends on where you're going, right? I'm not telling you how to pack to go to Europe. And I'm not telling you how to pack in general. You do you. I'm just saying what was good for me. It might help you in something you were doing. Okay, so in Bali, it's hot as hell, right? It means you're going to get sunburnt on your arms. Like I got sunburnt yesterday. I wore this long sleeve shirt to protect my arms. I like the color. I bought this in an op shop for $3. I really like it. It's nice and thin. It's cheesecloth. You can wear it over your shirt or no shirt underneath it. I really like this. Sorry, I'm listening. I'm trying to type a recipe. Okay, all right. Yeah, that was a must for me. Like I said, sometimes it was too hot. Yeah, too hot. But I wanted to get a bit. This is another top, exactly the same as my pink one and my blue one. I think I wore it about 2 or 3 times. I think I probably didn't need to take all the shirts. But anyway, we took it. Okay, that's the end of the clothes. Oh, and the shirt got this one and a skirt. I like this skirt, my travel skirt. It's got pockets. It's got pockets, pockets, pockets. So this is the stuff that I didn't need to take. Hiking pants, rain jacket, those pants, shorts, that dress, umbrella. But in saying that, if I decided to do that volcano walk, I would have needed the rain jacket and the hiking pants. So really, they are probably needed. Sometimes you got to take things even if you don't wear them, right? But I probably didn't need the dress and that. But we're going to wash these anyway. I don't need to wash these because they're clean. So I never wore them. My hiking pants. That's going to go back in my car. I always carry my rain jacket in my car. Umbrella for my car. Hat for my car. Okay, what else do I have in here? Oh, I got this on my first day in Bali, guys. I've never opened it. Let's see what it is. I was given it to it for free. It's called Sympathy. I don't know. When I bought a SIM card, they gave it to me. Mum, what do I do with this? I don't think. What is this, Mum? What do I do with this, Mum? I don't think it's a scarf. It feels like it's like you'd put on a table, like a table. like a display kind of thing. I'm not sure. It's pretty, yeah. I got it for free. I don't know what to do with it. But Diego would say, bin it, Dora, bin it. Because I have too much shit. But on the middle of a table, that could look really pretty. Okay. So we'll put that back in there. And put that in a pile to take back to the house. Okay. Depends on where you're going. Mozzie coils and matches. Yes, you can't bin that. Yeah, exactly. Depends on where you're going. Yes, a table runner. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Mozzie coils and matches. So where was I? Where was I? I don't know. Somewhere on my trip I used Mozzie coils. I don't know. You can buy these overseas, but it's sometimes easy just to have them with you because by the time you want them, you need them then, right? You don't want to have to go to the shop to get them. And matches, easy. They're lightweight. Overkill, you can buy them there if you want to. But you know what? I have space in my backpack, so I think these are a good thing. So I'm going to put them back outside because it is mozzie season. So we are using mosquitoes and stuff now. Right. Oh, I just dropped my duck. So guys, I have to plug in my phone because it's about to die. But that leads me to another thing. I just pulled out my battery packs because when you're flying, you can't take any battery packs on in your backpack with you in like check-in. They have to be carried with you on the plane. And there's a new rule now, you can't use battery packs on the plane. So give me a second and I'm going to tell you something about battery packs and Dora. Let me just make sure that I've got enough juice on here. Yep. Let me just plug you in. All right. I have never used mozzie coils. It's too cold most of the time. Exactly. But in Queensland and in Asia, you need mozzie coils. I can't remember which hotel, but I needed the mozzie coils. And it was late at night, so it was cost effective to have them with me. So I always would take them with me. Okay, so let's talk about my battery situation. These are all batteries, guys. So I have this battery pack. Now, obviously, you guys know that I do a lot of live streaming, so I need to have battery packs because I run out of battery all the time. Do I need this many battery packs? Let me own up how many battery packs I took with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only ever took 2 of them out with me. This one, because this one goes at the can sit on the back of your phone. But when you sit it on the back of your phone, it overheats your phone a lot. And that one there that I'm using there is a really good one. It's a heavy duty one. This one here is the one that I bought that's got a solar thing on it. So it can charge even when you're out of juice. Did I need it for this trip? No. Did I need this one for the trip? No. Overkill? Yes. But I'll talk about the power situation and why this was actually handy. But while I'm into the batteries, let me tell you what else I got in here. Dork light. Is anyone familiar with the dork light? Dork light. If I went hiking on that volcano, that's really good to have. When I went hiking last year on a volcano in Sumatra, that was really good because they give you a little piddly torch, but that on your head is so handy because it's like you can still be climbing up the mountain because literally I was climbing up a mountain, the volcano, and that way you don't need to hold the torch. Very good. And yeah, the different colors. But you also, these kind of things always take spare batteries. Can you buy it overseas? Of course you can buy it overseas. But I always take spare batteries. So mine takes 3 batteries. I have 3 batteries. Because, yeah. Am I back, guys? But yeah, I'm going to put that in my car stuff to take back to the, put in my car. Because if I go hiking at nighttime or in the afternoon, it's always good to have that. There's been a couple of times I've been hiking at sunset. And when you hike at sunset, when you come down the mountain, I have to use my phone light. And your phone light's not that great. So it's always good to have that. I have spare batteries for my GoPro. That doesn't work. I chuck that away. So I only have 2 batteries for my GoPro now. Then I also have a battery for I have a torch, and that was really useful when I was riding around on the island. Actually, that dork light would have been better. Anyway, but sometimes I don't think things through. I had the dork light for the hike up of the mountain that I was going to do, but I decided not to do. But I always take a torch with me, a little torch, because if you stay in hotels and the generator goes out at nighttime, you don't have any lights and you can't go to the toilet, right? Or you can go to the toilet, but you might slip over, trip up, or something like that. Always good to have a torch, a little handheld torch. That's the batteries that go into it. The rest of it is in the bottom of my bag. But like I said, you can't carry batteries in your check-in luggage. You have to carry them in your day, like on the plane with you. So that's why they're with me like this. Oh, Susan, pawpaw oil. I sent Susan some of this stuff. This is amazing, this stuff. It's Lucas's pawpaw ointment. So, papaya. It's natural stuff. So good for your lips. So good for your lips. I have like 50 million of them. I love them. Okay. Oh, I'll tell you about my other stuff when I get to the bottom, okay? About the battery packs. Okay, another thing. Did I need it? Maybe not. So these are patches. You stick them on your arms, and they're like 40. It doesn't stick like that. It's like a blue pack, a blue circle. It's 48 hours of mosquito repellent, non-toxic, DEET-free. So you guys know I talk a lot about how I don't like to use chemicals. I do at the bottom of my bag have spray, but I didn't use it. There was a couple of times there were mosquitoes. You know the time I had to use the mosquito packs, the mosquito coils? I use these. Stick it on your arm. It lasts for 24 hours. It's supposed to deflect the mosquitoes. So it depends on where you're going. Like Asia, there's a lot of mosquitoes and they have malaria. So our friend Jazz Nomad TV, she was in Africa last year. She got bitten by mosquitoes and got malaria. Malaria is not nice. It's like a really, really bad flu. You don't want malaria. Lexi's got here, Dora. I ordered the pawpaw ointment from Amazon once and I saw how shiny your lips were. Oh, did you get some? Oh, I'm so glad. It's so good. So good for you. And like, it's not like your normal lip gloss. It really gets in there. You know, another thing that's really, really good for you? I take this hiking with me because, you know how sometimes when you go hiking, you get chafing between the legs? This might be too much information, but you know what I'm like. I like to share. So you can use this like on your legs and it'll stop the chafing. I've had a rash on my hand when I was hiking and I've put this on it too because it's all natural. Like it's got no chemicals in it. So it helps as like a protector. Amazing shit. Amazing. The bomb, man. The bomb. Yeah, that pawpaw stuff is amazing. Yes. So I've got Susan onto it too. Oh yeah, I'm so glad, Lauren, you like it too. How much did it cost you from Amazon? Curious. Yeah, like I said, I've got heaps of these. I love them. They're actually getting expensive. That's why I'm curious about how much you paid. They used to be like $4 for this size, and then you could get a long one for like about $7. They're like doubled in price. They're so expensive now, but they're worth their weight in gold. Liquid gold. All right, keep going. Oh my God. Can I recommend pocket knife? Pocket knife. So good, guys. It's sharp. It's not overly sharp, but like you could probably hurt someone with that. I mean, that's not the point of it, but protection is always handy too. I take this hiking with me, but you know, you never know when you might need a corkscrew to open your wine. I have done that before, just saying. But when I was in Bali, I used the knife to cut fruit, to open things. So I always take a pocket knife. Obviously, don't have that in your hand luggage. You'll get in trouble and they'll take it off you. You've got to pack it in your check-in luggage. But I carried it around with me. Amazing. Amazing. I'm going to put that in there. It'll go in my car and my hiking stuff. Oh, look, a random cable tie. Any idea why I would take a cable tie with me on my holidays? Sounds like I'm very kinky, doesn't it? 18 US dollars on Amazon. Okay. Well, considering they've got to come from Australia, they come from Brisbane. Any idea why I would take cable ties with me? I have a few of them. They're in my side pocket here. So down here, I have a side pocket. I have like about 10 of them in there. Oops. I have muesli bars that I didn't eat, but I always take muesli bars on my holidays with me because sometimes you don't have breakfast. It's easy to just get a muesli bar on your way. Cable ties, exactly. Exactly. Like things might break. You can join them together. Like these things might break. Your zippers and stuff. You don't know why you might need a cable tie. They're lightweight. I'm going to put them back in here so that way I don't forget them for next time. They just live in there. Let me see on the other side what I've got. Nothing in there. All right. What else do I have? More hydrations. I'll use them, but I didn't use them on my holiday. I used this twice and then I thought I lost it. And it was in my backpack. Did I need it? Not really. But there was like when people walk around Bali, they actually have those handheld fans because it's so hot. So it's lightweight. I got given it to it for free at a rave that I went to, lemon and lime. says lemon and lime. That's a name of a company that organise raves in Brisbane. It's free. I'm going to put that in my travel stuff. Okay. I bought with me, my mum is watching this on the replay, so I bought these back with me from Indonesia. I declared them. You can actually bring back stuff from Australia that's cake, as long as it's packaged and it's got all the ingredients and stuff. You can't bring home like freshly baked croissants or anything like that. They're not sealed. They have to be sealed. So this brand, it's called Lapis Legit. I'll show you. Lapis Legit. It's called a layer cake. So see here, it's got layers. And then I've got another one over here. It's exactly the same, but it's chocolate. Then I was at the airport last night and I bought one from the airport. Yeah, this will be really nice with a cup of tea. So that's it's Indonesian Indonesian cakes aren't overly sweet, but they're very tasty. I really like them. Okay, so this is an oil I spent. You know how I was getting massages every afternoon or most afternoons from the massage lady? My mum saw me getting massaged and she was using this oil. So my mum asked me to buy some off her. So I bought some off her. So I'll give that to my mum. Now, I haven't found my keys. That it might be an issue. So guys, I have a lock here and I have a lock on the bottom so that it's a deterrent, right? Like people can cut them open, but at an airport, I just feel a little bit safer that I have locked my bag. Do I do it all the time? No, not really. When I go to Sydney, I don't lock it. But Bali, just because, you hear those stories about people putting drugs in your bags, I mean, I definitely don't do drugs. So if they found drugs in my bag, that would be a big coincidence. But that way, no one can put it into my bag. But if they really wanted to put it in your bag, they could do it. So it just makes it a little bit harder. So that's why I put a lock on my bag. I normally carry around I have 2 locks and I always carry around 2 keys. I can't find the other 2 keys at the moment, but I'll find them. So let me see. I'm still cleaning up my bags. Nothing in there. Okay, we have a bra. Another bra is always handy. Let's wash that. Aha! I bought this in Bali because I have a spare phone and it doesn't have a case. And I fear that it might break if I drop it. This is supposed to be for an iPhone X. It cost me $2. You probably wouldn't be able to get that in Australia for $2. So we'll see if that works. It's probably the wrong size, but we'll see. Hopefully it works. All right. What do we have here, Dora? We have our dive book. It's well used. I have a dive card. This just says I'm an open water diver. Just tells you what your qualification is. So basically when you go diving, you need to show proof that you are a qualified diver, otherwise I won't take you basically. So I think, and this book here is a log of all your dives. So it's, what am I up to? Number 25. 25th dive was last year. John Williams. It's called The Wreck. Oh, that's right. This is a really good dive, guys. The John Williams was a ministry boat. It was actually awesome, really awesome. So I was planning to dive in Indonesia, but last minute I decided not to. But it's always good to take a log of your dive, what you saw, tells you like, how long you were in the water for, how many meters you dived, what you saw. I saw 3 turtles. I saw Christmas tree worms. Oh my God, that was amazing. Magic coral. I haven't even shown you those uploaded videos, guys, of that dive. It was amazing. So anyway, that's a great history in there of my dives. I first learned to dive. I did my dive ticket in Belize 13 years ago, guys. So I'm going to take that home and put that in my stuff. Bra. It's a sports bra. I didn't even wear it. I think I wore it once. Okay, so these are more little things I bought. Lavender's got here. I'm back. Jazzy and I went for a walk. So cold in France. Yeah. What time is it in France? So guys, I love turtles so much that I bought some more turtle bracelets and a turtle key ring to go with my other ones that I bought. So they're some gifts for my niece and my client. So I took green powder with me. They're very expensive. Normally underneath here, I have the tubs that I use in the morning. But I bought these for the first time just to see how they go. And I actually collected them so that I can reuse them. So I'm going to next time I go on holidays, I'm going to put them in there and I'll seal that up. That way I can reuse them. Hey, see you, Evie. Hey, thanks for hanging around. 5:31 a.m. Why are you up so early, Lavender? That's early. Okay, I'm going to put that in my travel stuff. Okay. Did I need to take this, Dora? So this is one of those things that like a bum bag. I use it at the beach. Sometimes I put my battery pack in here and my keys. I don't really use it very often. Yes, that for sure. I used it once for a walk on the beach. I put my keys for my hotel room but then I only used it once, so I probably didn't need it. But I always carry that put in the car because sometimes I use it at the beach. You couldn't sleep. Well, you probably got jet lag, Lavender. That's nice that you're okay. So I've got underwear. They've been washed, so I'm going to reuse more underwear. Can never take enough underwear. Just saying, like undies are like lightweight, so take about 6 with you. So I took a lot of hydration drinks with me, and I probably used them like once or twice. I probably should have used them more often. Probably was drinking way too much beer. Dora? Okay, talk about that next. Hydration drinks. Oh, these are good. So, they're called carabiners. I miss Australia. So carabiners are always handy. I have them on my backpack because you can hang things off things. Can't hurt to carry those. They're back in my travel stuff. So I've got everything out of there. I haven't found my keys, but I'm sure they're in here. Whoops. I have sometimes I carry like That was the entrance to the Sunset Place in Flores. Cost me $5 to do that. I kept it. This is a map. Oh, probably not. About Komodo Island. Keep that. Put that in my travel stuff. So in here, I always carry money. So I've got $100 Australian. I've got my ID, my driver's license. I've got two key cards. Now, I don't carry that with me on my purse stuff. The reason why I carry that is just extra ID. So through the day, I had my normal key card. So that key card, I use HSBC. They don't charge you an international conversion fee. They give it back to you. So that's really important because I normally bank with the Commonwealth Bank, and if I use the Commonwealth Bank overseas, I get charged like $6, like a conversion fee, the bank transaction fee. So they all add up, right? And especially when you pull your own money out of the teller, I'm not going to pay $6 every time. So I use HSB because they don't charge you a fee. They give it back to you. But if I lost that card, then I need a backup. So I have a backup that I can use those cards. It costs me money, but at least I can use get money. But then all this is my Indonesian money. So I have a little bit of Indonesian money left. Let me show you some of the Indonesian money. This is the biggest note, 10,000 rupiah. So 100,000 rupiah. 100,000 rupiah is equal to about $10, guys. $10. That's the biggest note in Indonesia. It was worth $10 Australian. Then you have 50,000 rupiah, which is $5. 20,000 rupiah. No, sorry, 200,000. Oh my God. 100,000, 50,000, 20,000. So $10, $5, $2. With the conversion at the moment, with Australian dollars, this is probably worth about $11. But to keep it simple, stupid, $10, $5, $2. So if you take like $200 out of the bank, you'll get 20 of these. So, they're big notes. A lot of things in Indonesia are cheap. So if you're buying something on the street, like a glass, like a bottle of water, like a little one, it's like 50 cents. So that's a lot of people won't take 100 like that off you, that 100,000. So it's always good to have little notes. And then I have little ones. So I have another 20,000. So 10,000 is worth $1. So I used to carry them in my pocket because that way I have easy access. If I wanted to buy a drink, that would be for a big bottle, a litre bottle, would cost you about $1. For a can of Coke, it was about 80 cents. So you get 20 cents back. So that's all I have left of coins. So I'm going to take out my travel stuff. I'll put that in my normal wallet. Oops. I'll put those dollars back in there because I'll go back to Indonesia next year and I can reuse them. My passport, I'll put here too. And I'll put that back in my travel stuff back in my home in Australia, back at my home. Now, I'm looking for my keys so I can open the bottom of my backpack. Okay, I was supposed to use that this morning. Didn't use it. Okay. So, I'm clearing out my stuff. I have a hairband. Hairbands are really popular because I have hair, right? Imodium tablets. Oh no, this one's called Gastro Stop. So Imodium, guys. Always good to carry these, guys. Not good to use if you don't have to. But, oh, I need to take this. Yeah, but like I carry Imodium with me or gas stops because if you get the barley belly or like your stomach feels funny and you start having diarrhea, it'll ruin your day, just saying. So yeah, I always have gas drops. I even take these hiking with me. I'll put that in my hiking stuff because you just don't know when the dreaded diarrhea might hit you. Mm. So guys, I had to take antihistamines. So I normally take antihistamines on holidays with me. Couple of reasons antihistamines are really good. If you get hay fever, antihistamines are good. I don't get hay fever. For me, I take them because if I get bitten by something, if I get bitten by mosquitoes, I have an allergic reaction. So that's why I don't want to get bitten by mosquitoes. When I go swimming, I get bitten by sea lice. So I don't know if you can see here. See that there? Sea lice. Oh, let me see if I can show you. It's a bit too much information. No, you can't see it. No, I won't show you guys. But through here, I got hammered by sea lice. I've got bites all over me. At the back of my head, I've got bites. Yeah, because I was swimming for like about 4 days on that island seeing turtles. I got hammered by sea lice. So I had to take antihistamines because I was starting to like scratch myself so bad. Yeah. Okay, keep going, Dora. Keep going. What else did we got in here? EpiPen. So I'm allergic to bees. Sadly, I love bees. But if I get bitten by a bee, I have to open this up. So does anyone know how to use an EpiPen? Blue for the sky, orange into your leg. So you go bang. So as if I went bang in my leg there, it would drive a needle into my leg and put adrenaline in my knee. So you got to make sure you know which way it goes. So don't ever have them loose. That's why you have them in these things. But if you didn't know how to use them, because sometimes, you might have to help someone with an EpiPen. And if they're like having a fit or something, you need to grab it off them and know what to do. So you pull it out of the container, blue for the sky, that goes into this here, the leg here. And you just go bang. Hold it there for about 5 seconds, bang, that's it. And apparently, I've never had to do it, but if you do that, you have to ring an ambulance, guys. So if you're helping someone with an EpiPen, just know that you have to ring an ambulance straight after using it. So I always carry that in my handbag with me, sadly, just in case. Oh, look at that. Another lip gloss. Like I said, I love lip gloss. I'm going to leave that in my backpack anyway because it's good to carry. I have another sarong. Wet wipes. Wet wipes are amazing, guys. Obviously don't have children, guys, but wet wipes, I take them when I go hiking. I take them when I go on holidays. So basically, let me show you. I always carry this in my backpack. Imodium, guys, like I told you, if you get diarrhea on your holiday, you want to be able to fix that straight away. Otherwise, it ruins your days. It's not great to take it because once you stop it, like you clock yourself up, you've got to eventually come out anyway. So, but if you're on a day trip somewhere, like, you're hiking or snorkeling and you got diarrhea, you'd want to pack that up straight away. So I always carry that. So depending on where you go, like when I went to Europe, they obviously have sit-down toilets, right? But they don't always have toilet paper. In Asia, they have squat toilets. Not always, sometimes. But guarantee you, most places you go will have a sit-down toilet, but they won't have toilet paper. They have a squirt thing where you're supposed to squirt your bum instead of using toilet paper. And in a lot of Asian countries, you're not allowed to put the toilet paper down the toilet. You're supposed to put it in the bin next to it. So it's not very hygienic. Just saying, you're sitting there going to the toilet and there's like stinky toilet paper in front of you. It's not wonderful. So anyway, you bring your own. So I have tissues. I have wet wipes to wipe my hands. Let me show you what this is. I've been talking about this, yesterday's live, I talked about how I went to a toilet and it didn't have a hole in the ground and it didn't have a seat. It was pebbles on the ground and you had to stand on like Besser blocks, and basically you had to pee on pebbles. Yeah, so you had to squat over basically a floor and just pee on the floor. So this here, it's an American brand. It's called Chickpea Urination Device. Man, this thing is amazing. It's made out of biodegradable. Now, guys, this has been used by me, so I will have to wash my hands after using this. I'm playing with this, but I've shaked it out. You can use it a few times. So it's made out of like waxed cardboard. So can you kind of get the idea of this, guys? Do you know where I'm going with this, girls? So I'm 50 now, guys, and I have worn down my body. I have a knee that is arthritic. So squatting for me is not easy. Okay, so especially when you go hiking, guys, like there are no toilets up in the mountains, right? So you have to squat. And me squatting, and if you drink a lot of water, you will have to squat a while, right? So I can hold a squat, right, guys? I can hold a squat. But when you wee, like for like 2 minutes, like you feel like you're going to fall over. And plus you're in a hurry because you're on a track. It's not like guys, they can wee on a tree and be in kind of private like this. But when you're squatting, you're like down on like this in the middle of the path. People can see you. So you want to wee fast and get the fuck out. So, yeah. So hiking for women is not easy if you have problems with your knees. So this is like a shiwi, guys. So it's called Chickpea Urination Device. So the idea is, this is graphic, guys. Let's just get personal. You can see anything, guys. So you stand over it like this, and you make sure that you're over it, and then you slightly wee, and then you can write their names. But basically, if there's a purpose, right, I can stand up and wee. So the other day, when I had to stand over rocks, I could just stand over and wee. I shake it out. I wipe it with my tissue paper. I fold it back up. I have a spare thing here because when you're hiking, you don't usually leave toilet paper on the track. Always take your toilet paper with you. Put it in a pack and then you chuck it out later. So I always take that with me. And then I separate my wet used one. Yeah, but you buy them in packs of 10. I think it costs about $6. I think, no, maybe it was more than that. They're about $1 each. Let me wash my hands because I touched my pee, literally. But anyway, that's going to go in my hiking bag, back in my hiking bag. Oh, what else have I got here? Oh, now this is something I never even wore on my trip. Another scarf. I don't know why I brought this with me, guys. No idea. I thought that maybe if I was going to a temple, I could do this. and cover my sleeves. I never used it. Never used it. Crap, guys. What the fuck? I have lost the key to my backpack. This is not cool, guys. Oh, actually, hold on, guys. Hold on. Maybe down here. Socks. Oh, always bring socks with you on the plane because your feet get cold. Wash. This is the only long sleeve thing I brought with me on the plane that was really needed. I was cold on the plane. I needed that. Where are my keys? Crap. Oh, they're my keys. So that was what I lock my bag up with. I have 3 of these. I always have an extra because you'll sometimes lose it. All right, backpack is done. Take that off. Don't need that. All right, now we undo this bit. Lock that together. And that goes in my travel stuff. All right. When I went to that timeshare presentation, apparently I get, a cheaper holiday. Okay. Flip-flops. I actually never use these once. Never use them. But these were magic, guys. I got these from, I don't know what brand they're called, guys, but I got them from the chemist. They cost me $70. Man, these were amazing. They're like running shoes, but thongs. Easy access. These were so comfortable to walk in. So comfortable. But I did so much walking that I've worn them down. So I wouldn't wear them anymore traveling overseas. I would have to get another pair because I actually did that much walking. I can feel how thin they are. When I first went on holidays, they were actually quite thick. So there was lots of protection for your feet, like wearing running shoes. But, I was walking on the beach a lot, so these are perfect. Because if I was walking on the beach, I'd have to take my shoes off and on and off and on, and socks and, oh, crap, nah. These, I've never owned a pair of these. I always thought they were like old people shoes. Maybe I'm old. Fucking fantastic. Amazing. You can get nicer ones that look prettier, but I didn't want that. I wanted to, because I wore them in the water too, in the ocean. So these were fantastic. Got them from the local chemist. Rubbish. I bought with me non-toxic nail polish. Absolute waste of money. I mean, the nail polish is not a waste of money, but like getting my nails painted when I was on holidays is a waste of money. I bought with me some belts for my clothes. They were needed. That's the other waterproof bag I was talking about before, the little one. Probably didn't need that one. That is the waterproof bag I used when I went hiking. No, sorry, went swimming, and I saw the turtles. And I was able to use my phone instead of my GoPro. Pros and cons to that. I'll talk about that another day. But that was good. I'm going to leave that in my car. Travel kit. GoPro, housing. A must if you have a GoPro. I bought this from the where you get your money from to get your cash. Like, not everyone does this, but I always like to travel before I go on holiday somewhere. Like, for example, when I went to Samoa last year, I got some Samoan cash, just like $200 worth, before I got to the country. Don't do it at the airport; it's always expensive. You're still going to get ripped off here too in Australia, but I went to the local shopping centre. They have, like, in the middle of the shopping centre, they have like the cash conversion or cash currency. I don't know. Get $200 or $100 worth. So that way, when you land somewhere like Indonesia, you don't have to pull money out of a teller when you get to the airport. Because sometimes those ones are a bit scammy worth. You're just stressed, you're tired, you're not sure how much money to get out. Always have like $100, $200 worth of cash with you of the native money. But I bought this. This is an all-in-one converter. So it covers all countries you're going to. That's Europe. That, I think, I don't know. I think maybe, I don't know. I don't know what country that one is. Don't know. But this was great. That was Indonesia. And then I also can plug that in the wall. I can plug, let me show you. Oh, that's the Indonesian one. I'm going to chuck that away, guys. I bought that last year when I was in Indonesia. It doesn't work. Waste of time. Okay. So obviously these are Australian plugs. You can't put that into a wall in Asia, but you shove that in the wall, shove that into there. But more importantly now, oops, is this one, because my iPhone has the C one. Now, when I'm charging battery packs, so I was just telling you about the battery pack, like this battery pack, it has the options that you can go from USB or C. So I have the option down in the bottom here. It's got the USB, doesn't have the C one, so I have a C. So if I plug on the wall, I can plug my battery pack in and my phone in, and another one if I have this USB. So just be mindful of that. C is not always that popular in Asia. So always have the option in your arsenal. Like, for example, the one I'm charging right now into my phone is a C, but into the battery pack is a C. So, for example, if I didn't bring this bit, I wouldn't be able to charge my battery pack because I actually can't use it. But if I plug that into there, I can. So these are just things to be mindful of when you travel, how to charge things. And with me, because I use a lot of battery packs, I have a GoPro, and then my phone, I always have like the USB and the Cs. So that way I can charge multiple things at the same time. I'm back. Jazzy and I walked to the candy shop at 5:30 in the morning? Lavender, you said it was 5:30 in the morning. How's a candy shop open at 5:30 in the morning? Crazy. Okay, so yeah, that's, to me, this little bit of machinery. I don't know what it's named called, guys, but I've always had lots of different ones of these adapters, and all in one is so helpful because I lent Diego my last one when he went to Europe. Guess what? He left half of it in Europe, the other half here. He brought it back, so it's useless. So this one is an all-in-one. There's no moving parts. It's all in one. And then you can use all the little things in here too. So I can plug in other things. Like that covers all the different things in there. So it's amazing. So apparently it covers the whole world. So it cost me about $60. So this is my friend. I will not borrow it to Diogo anymore. No, I will. I won't. I'll be not nice. But yeah, if you're traveling, get yourself one of these. Yeah, but you're in France. You said it was 5:30 in the morning. Everything opens at 7 o'clock. Okay, I guess that's probably later now. Okay, cool. So yeah, get one of these. These are amazing because it doesn't matter where you're going; it will cover all bases. But always remember your plugs. Like a lot of places like in hotels will have C plugs in the walls. They won't. Sorry, they'll have USBs. They won't have Cs. So if you just have C to C, you'll be screwed. You'll have to go get another plug in that country, which is not that expensive. But all right, what else have I got? Socks. I'm gonna wash all those. I never wore. I wore my running shoes once, guys. Was it worth taking? Yes, I wore them once. The reason why I wore them once was I was climbing up a mountain. So it was worth taking them. I'll take them back and put them in my car. Oh, this is my. What do I do with those batteries? You know how I was showing you the battery pack situation? Where do I put the battery packs? Oh. You know how I said that on planes you can't take any batteries check-in? You've got to carry them with you. So this is why I was carrying this. That goes in there. I don't know which way is which. We'll see what happens. Maybe it's this way. Obviously the wrong way around. What Australian snacks or meal should I get them to try? Well, Vegemite. A pie. A lamington. Okay, so why would I take a flashlight on a holiday with me? You guys think about that. I want to put that in my travel pile. Oh, shit. Whoops. A purse. I was about to say, do I have money in it? SOS. Yes. I've come back with, that's 10 cents in Indonesian money. We'll put that back with the Indonesian money. Yes. So SOS. No, because I used it. You know, remember I was hiring a bike? I was riding around that island at night time. It was hard to see at some stage. So I had the light around my neck and I could just use the light. I could use my phone, but yeah, your phone, it runs your battery down, right? So I was using my battery a lot. You're rich. um, so yeah, I used it for night walking. Yep. But more than anything, it was when I was riding my bike. But there was a couple of times in the hotel I was staying at on the island of Gillies, the generator, the actual power went out. So it was really good to have a torch to get to the toilet. Yes, you used it as a bike head torch. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly. Um, I brought with me drugs, lots of white powder. No, I didn't. This is washing powder. I never used it. Never used it. And Mel gave me some peppermint oil. I never use that either. So sometimes you take things and you never use them. Is that good or bad? I took washing detergent powder with me to Europe and I used it. I hand washed my clothes a lot. I don't like to take my clothes to the laundromat because the laundromat uses dryers and dryers spin your clothes around and they thin your clothes out. They fuck your clothes. I don't personally like dryers. So I try to dry all my clothes myself. So I'm going to put that in my travel stuff. I can reuse that. I'll put that back upstairs for Mel's. Okay, so remember I was showing you this stuff? It's called non-toxic DEET free. This is heavy duty, 40% DEET. This is so toxic, it's not funny. Why do I carry it with me anyway? Because I'm not a fucking idiot, okay? Because I'm allergic to mosquitoes. And sadly, the non-toxic stuff sometimes works. But if there's a lot of mosquitoes, you will get your ass bit. And like I said, I'm allergic to mosquitoes and I just come up in hives. So I have to sometimes carry this stuff with me. I hate using it. I hate using it. Okay, hate. I'm trying to go non-toxic in my whole life. That's why this stuff here, peppermint's supposed to be really good for mosquitoes too. But again, you can put it on like bites and stuff like that. I never used it. I won't take that again. I have two of them, I think, of these. Yep, here we go. I have two of them. This is 80% DEET. So this is even heavier duty, guys. And this is a spray. So it's got Bushman's is a made in Australia. It's a really heavy duty one. It's for bushwalking, right? Hiking and stuff like that. So insect repellent. It's water resistant. This one's water resistant. So sandflies, mosquitoes, ticks, leeches, march flies. So 80% DEET, heavy duty. This is toxic as shit. And this one's not a little bit less toxic, but it sprays over you. So you can spray it over your clothes. Like I said, I'm trying to get rid of toxic shit out of my household. But when you're hiking and you're getting attacked by mosquitoes and leeches and ticks and all those things, it can ruin your whole holiday. Like if you get a tick, it can you can get it in there, it can get stuck. Leeches are really disgusting. So sometimes in your life, you have to use these heavy duty stuff. That's why I like these ones because they're non-toxic. But if you're going hiking, it's probably not going to cut it. Just saying, you probably have to cut them all over your body. So that's why I have options. My whole trip, I didn't use these once. I had them with me just in case. Because if I'm in a situation where there's lots of mosquitoes, you need to be covered because if you're allergic, I'm allergic to them. I'm also allergic to bug spray. Oh, okay, right. Well, maybe look into peppermint, citronella, eucalyptus. You can make your own sprays. I don't know how successful they are, okay? Just saying, because when you're hiking, you're sweating a lot, so nothing really stays on your body. So you really need heavy duty stuff. I hate to say that. I hate to say that. But yeah, I take them, put them in my hiking stuff. Okay. So obviously my plug, even though I have a C in my phone, it's always good to have a USB, especially when you're on a plane. Planes don't have C's to C's. So the plane I was with I flew on Jetstar. They have you can't use battery packs on a plane anymore, so you have to plug into that and into your phone. So always take a USB to your C, because that way if you have a C in your phone, okay? Just because yeah, it's that way you can charge your phone on the planes. If you're traveling only 6 hours, it doesn't matter. I never even charged mine this time. Okay. Why would I take a bigger lock and this wire thing? This is one of these overkill things, guys. So, this is probably more appropriate like in Europe. I really felt very safe in Indonesia. Everywhere I went, I felt like I was safe. But Like, for example, okay, when I was traveling in Lyon, I went last year to Lyon is an area in France. Actually, Lavender. Look up Lyon. How far are you from Lyon? Lyon is a really nice area in France. It's beautiful, actually. So I went there last year for my friend to get married. And Lyon there's a lot of dubious people. When I say dubious people, I mean pickpocketers, people that will try to steal things off you. If you left your bag there to go to the toilet, your bag won't be there when you comes back. Okay, just putting it out there. Okay, especially at bus stops. Bus stops are places that they're watching people because people are tired at bus stops. They will sometimes let their guards down, and then your bag will get taken. So I was traveling by myself at a bus stop. I had my big backpack and my day pack, right? And a lot of the times when you go to a toilet, there's not a lot of room to move in a toilet. So if you go to a toilet with a big backpack on your back and then a little backpack, and then you've got to go, you put it down on the toilet floor, the floors are wet, or guys have peed all over the floors. I'm just saying, guys, fucking keep it in the toilet, guys. Anyway, I don't understand it. I don't know. I don't have a dynamic of a toilet, that situation, but I don't know why there's always piss on the floor. Okay. So if you're a backpacker and you've got your back, even if you've got a suitcase, right? You don't want your suitcase walking through a puddle of pee. It's disgusting. Okay. So this is what I use this for, guys. This is wire. Like, I'm sure if you had like or something, you could cut that open, right? But not too many people at a bus stop are going to have that kind of stuff. It will deter them. It will take them a lot longer. And people would be watching them going, hey, what are they doing? Why are they cutting that lady's backpack open? So what I did was my backpack's locked. The bottom's locked. The top's locked, right? So people can't get into it. What I do is, at the moment, it's like I've got this all through here. But I basically put the wire through the middle of it like this, through the straps. It's not ideal. I mean, if someone's going to steal your backpack, they're going to steal your backpack. But what I did was I tied it to a pole next to another backpacker. And I said to the backpacker, I mean, I don't know this backpacker, right? But I said, hey, I'm just going to the toilet. I'm just going to lock my bag up here. If someone comes, like an official person, because if you leave your luggage unattended, people might think it's a bomb. So that's why I said to this girl, I said, hey, can I just leave my backpack here? I'm going to lock it so it's not your responsibility. Understand that you might need to go in a hurry, but just letting you know that if someone comes, an official, it's not an unattended bag, okay? I just want to go to the toilet. So I locked it up and then went to the toilet. So that's why I do that. It's overkill, but that's a heavy-duty lock. It's a better quality lock. You can then use that also when you're staying in backpacker hostels. They have lockers, so that's what I can use that for too. So, yeah, that's why I use that. And I'm going to say, I don't know where I bought it from. I must have bought it from a travel company or something like that, but it's got a good thing on it. It's a good size. It's probably more than anything a deterrent, right? Because if someone wants to break into that, they can. But, in front of like a whole lot of people at a bus stop, no one's going to come up there and cut it off. Especially if you just said to a couple of people, hey, I'm going to the toilet. It's not your responsibility. But if, an official comes and says it's an unattended bag, is there a bomb in there, that kind of thing, they will cut it and they'll take it away. Like, especially at an airport. So that's another situation that's a bit hard to deal with. But I haven't had to do that. Normally, airports have a bigger toilet situation, but it's not ideal. Not ideal. But anyway, that is me. Oh, no, here we go. One more thing. I always take a garbage bag. I never used it on this trip. But if you have like wet clothes or dirty clothes and you're carrying it with you, it just saves a bit of mess. So, yeah, that is it. Done, guys. We have emptied our backpack out. Oh, wait, hold on. Yep, no, got everything out. I'm going to put my travel stuff back in there. But guys, I'm going to go. Thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed my something out of it. If you didn't get something out of it, sorry. I don't know. You're watching, not my fault. I'm going to put all my travel stuff back into my backpack and then I can take it back to my house. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Thanks for being here. Check you later. I'm going to go to the house and see all the renovations that's happened to the house. I'm so excited. See you guys. Bye.